Just gonna go live. Via the Xbox. My phone's still showing that the PlayStation Network's still down, but it may be up. Did I change her clothes before I cut off? I think I did. We'll just leave them. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. I will change her glasses. Yeah, there we go. I don't like that tad on her back. I wish they hadn't have got the tad on her back.
All right, we might be ready to move.
Yeah, I was a pirate last week. Stiletto. Thanks. No way.
Well, he went flying.
You
At least he could have had some money on him.
Excuse me?
Sorry wouldn't kill you.
Unfortunately, he didn't have no money on him. Money, honey.
Damn, traffic is that backed up?
Money, honey. Money, honey.
What's up?
What's that?
Hello? Yo!
What's that? Nothing much, homie.
All you gotta do is lay off
Nothing much, I say. Nothing much, I say. Well, car gets around fast, you know what I'm saying, homie? You know what I'm saying, homie?
here for the magic touch.
How much is Karen goes for? It's gonna sell the Karen. $2,000. $2,000 for that Karen. That Karen earned her some money. Oh. That Karen earned her some money. Oh. I need to draw. This is a deposit on. Get her a hustle job. That damn old taxi cab. Taxi. Damn old taxi. Let's see. Probably needs to go this way. By the peacock. Let's see. By the peacock. Let's run out this way. I probably should have just laid down and took a nap. It's kind of tired. I'll take a time because we've had supper. So this is technically my after supper. I didn't have an afternoon. We had a visitor. That's okay. We don't usually have company. So we had a family, a relative visit us today. It was kind of good. We got to talk some. So all is good. That's why I wasn't on this evening. It had nothing to do with the PlayStation, but I was just gonna play the Xbox. We had company. We don't always have company. Since most of our families, a lot of our family has died off, y'all. My sister and them, they visit every now and then too, but they live 3 hours away, so we don't get a whole lot of company. Which is fine by me, but I mean, I'm not a company person, but it was nice to see my family. It's always nice to see your family. But like, I wouldn't just want anybody just dropping by, you know what I'm saying? It had to be family. I just wouldn't want people dropping by my house. What's this? I've never run into that before. I'm not one of these sociable people that throws parties at home. You know what I'm saying? I'm not looking to throw a party with people. But as far as family's concerned, I'm fine with seeing family. We used to have a lot of relatives that dropped by regularly. All of them passed away. We talked about some of those relatives today. Just mentioned them, you know, like in the past. It's the pizza place. I never know where it's at. So you got 7,000. Let's deposit that 7,000. Sounds like she's screaming from a window or something.
I saw on the internet you said it was all you can eat.
No way. Oh fuck.
You're okay. She ain't touching it. She don't want to get the police on. She got $11 off that crummy person.
Okay. Little heartburn sometimes, but it's no big deal.
I never brag off about being a sociable person anyway. Yeah, some people, that's their life. Getting with people, having parties, having people to... That's their life. It ain't mine. Of course, I don't really care if that's your thing. I mean, that's good if it's your thing. It's not my thing, but we did have some family over today, and that was good.
About to go
It's
bust
good to
some
see him. We ain't
butt
seen him in
down
a
the
while.
front. What's up?
I hadn't anyway. I hadn't seen him in a long time. I don't see a lot of people, so. Oh!
What the hell did you expect?
Hey, my bad.
Hey, my bad.
Damn, fool, I got heartburn from my up and at a burger. Whatever.
It's not really much of a difference with these games between Xbox and, like all the buttons, they're the same. Just marked different. Xbox is the first place I actually played it.
Spending $200 on vintage footwear is anti-capitalism.
Word up, bro.
Say that again.
I'm so into this paleo diet.
Hey now.
Wait up, hold it, Doc.
Who's we? I bet Kanye triggered a lot of people yesterday with his tweets. I bet he triggered a lot of people, y'all. He touched some of them subjects you can't touch. Fat. I know I'm fat. I'm trying to lose it, so that's the way I look at it. Doesn't offend me any because I'm trying to lose it.
Hello? Oh, what's up, Xavier?
Let's see. Maybe we should go to the casino first. See what we can do in there. I don't remember what hour it is. So I'll only know when I get there. We'll come back to the taxi.
70s light fixtures from Crapia.
I will tell you one thing about P. Diddy, and I've thought about this. And I've gave a thought to what Kenya's saying. If you really think about it, if you pay attention, and they don't just do the black artists like this either. They do the white artists this way as well. They control what they say, what they wear, who they vote for, etc. Or they want to control that. They'll try to bully them into controlling that. And that they have to have a backbone to stand up. And here's my thing on Diddy. Was Diddy running those parties for them at their orders? And he's just doing what he was told? And now they're going to let him be the fall guy and put him in prison? I talk about some of the big wigs. I'm going to tell you, I'd be like Thomas Jefferson here. P. Diddy be the bad guy. But if it meant catching the other bad guys, I'd be all for letting him go. You know what I'm saying? Like, say, if he's got some big dirt on these people, I'd be for freeing him just to learn the dirt on the big wigs that were involved. You know what I'm saying? Because who's the real criminal here in Hollywood? The ones running the show, or the showmen? The ones running the show. Because that's what Kenya's trying to be pointing out lately. About them. Like, they say jump, and the artist says how high.
Come check out the new vehicle on the podium. You can win it with just a spin on the lucky wheel.
I don't remember what time she did the wheel, so we'll find out when we go over. Does that guy not wait any more hours? Oh, sorry. Some smells making me sneeze. Ah, man.
Is your wallet safe?
Yes, it's in my pocket.
Trying to pull the stick hard enough to work.
Staring at us.
Just enjoy yourself, Carol. It's fine.
Ah! Ah! I wanted that more than the car, man. Man. I wanted that more than the car, man. The money.
How can I help you?
Show me the money.
And here are your chips.
Let's just go ahead and win today.
Just go easy. Don't forget we got pure.
Don't worry, I'm feeling lucky, honey.
One pint of that strong beer and you're anyone's. Size isn't everything.
I was going to leave the casino a winner today. I need to look at the time. So I'll know when I'll be 6 p.m. before I can do it again. Going in at 6:30.
Right, drinking fucking mocktails.
I need to build her up in this game anyway. She ain't got much cash in this one. She's got lots of cash in that other one, PlayStation. Okay, home. Let's make it back to the cabin. Now she's gonna be cabin in the ring. I went cabin in the ring. Today would be funk day for me. Like I was listening to the radio, I'd be listening to some funk. I went cabin in the rain. The Wheaties. Chilling with the weasel. Chilling with the weeds, home. I went cabin in the rain. The funk. We want the funk. We gotta have the funk. Now we need the funk. Ah. Now I was drove down the steps. Almost drove down the steps, huh? Yeah. Yeah, see. Well, I'm cold now. I put my air on while I'm cold. Hey, what? See? We don't get her to where she goes. We'll get her home.
Let's go, please.
We'll get you home, Holmes. I went cabin in the rain. Well, you know it though. But I bet I'm not gonna say that because we're on Twitch. We'll hold it. Man, feels like being a slave when you can't talk. Kanye was right with that tweet. Feels like being a friggin' slave when you can't talk, huh? I think I have to sit and I have to think about what I'm going to say. I mean, I know maybe we should do that, but man, maybe I shouldn't if I'm going to be talking about something truthful. Something that needs to be. Slave never dreams to be free. Slave only dreams to be king. Slave never dreams to be free. Slave only dreams to be free. I mean king. Slave never dreams to be free. Slave only dreams to be king. Stone cold.
Thanks.
Well, that was a hard delivery. Even run over fences and everything. Give me just a minute. I'll put this air up.
I got a customer for you right now.
I'll put this up. Making sure I didn't hit it on my cord. Got me some Tums up while I was up too. You know what? I'll tell you on another thing. You know, a lot of people like to go on about Elon and how he hadn't really did anything about censorship. I'll tell you on another thing that I think. You see, somebody like Kanye, he's a big name. You could ban him and everybody'd find out about it. Because if he got on Yeezy.com or whatever he calls his website and said, hey man, they're banning me, and there'd be chances that a fan would go over and look at it and the fan could say, they banned Kenya, and then next thing you know, TMZ reporting it. Or some other rag site that deals with Hollywood. Those are trashy rags that gossip on Hollywood would report it. And then you'd find out that Kenya's been banned. But say Ben Henry, and I just made the name up. gets on here and he makes a post, and a bunch of schmucks gang up on him and report him, and he gets thrown off. Nobody knows about him. So, the censorship goes through. It may not necessarily be like you're thinking. It's not that you were censored. You had a bunch of haters, schmucks, who wanted to shut you up. And they shut you up, if you know what I'm saying. They gang stalked you. They gang stalked you and ganged up on you and reported your page. So I don't really think that it's Elon that's censoring you. I think it's your enemies. And the difference between Kanye getting up and saying the N-word and the F-word and even throwing off on the fatties. He could safely do that and somebody find out that he's been banned. See, now if he got banned, Yeezy would have went somewhere and posted about it, and then some fan would have read it, and then they'd have said, Kanye been banned. And next thing you know, the rag sites report, Kenya's banned. And then maybe InfoWars will pick it up. Kenya's been banned. We would find out about Kanye. But you might not find out about that Ben guy that I was talking about a while ago. Because nobody's going to report on Ben. And thus Ben just gets censored. Like, I've been watching people who got in trouble for the F word and stuff. And they'll say, well, why can't I say it? The reason you can't say it is because you got haters, and your haters are reporting. I figured it out. I know, because I've dealt with that myself. I got a bunch of haters that flag me around all the time. And because nobody knows me, there ain't going to be no website reporting APFNS has been banned. So you're not going to find out whether APFNS gets banned or not, unless you hear it from me. If I'm not there to tell you, I can't tell you. That's what happens. So you just have to watch yourself, no matter where you're at. Unless you're on one of them sites that you know you're guaranteed. That's what I like about Galb. You're guaranteed. You know, they've done everything to try to stop that man from allowing people free speech. They even drug him through the mud because some old schmuck got up there and posted before he went and done some kind of shooting. Because a schmuck posted it there. Torba, he doesn't take anybody down without probable cause. That's the way it should be. Good or bad, if you ain't threatening nobody, you ain't hurting nobody. You should have a right for your free speech. And then that consumer or that person has a right to decide, this is a person I don't want to go to their page and I don't want to look at it. So I don't have to read it. The problem is these other people that hate you don't want you to have that ability. They don't want you to exist, period. And they all have their own little reasons about why they don't want you to exist. Some of them it's a competitive thing. Some of them they just don't like you. But I might agree with Kanye on one aspect of Puff Daddy, and it would be the fact that there's a lot of higher-ups that probably ordered him to have those parties. Like he was working for people. And he shouldn't be sitting in jail and all them free. Just saying. Just saying. It's the same with Epstein in a way. That guy was sleazy as all hell. But the ones that really needed to be in jail were the ones that were fronting Epstein. It's that copter. There's a mission there, ain't there? There's probably a mission there. I took that scenic route again. That's exactly what I've done too, Holmes. Got on that freaking Senate route. That goes the same with Andrew Tate now. You know, but now he don't always, people tries to make it sound like he gets by. He don't necessarily get by. I mean, they actually arrested him. They took his cars away from him and everything. That ain't getting by, man. He might have got them back. But he had hell getting them back. He didn't necessarily, people just act like he had it made in the shade. I mean, I was actually watching them raid him on Christmas one year. I was watching them that time they got raided for Christmas. Live time. Live internet. He didn't necessarily have it easy either. It just didn't happen to you, so it didn't matter. That's what happened. It didn't happen to you. The injustice didn't happen to you. So it's easy for people to sit around and comment. But now they could, if they banned Andrew Tate, you'd know about it. You'd hear, they'd be, TMZ and the junk sites would be reporting. The trash sites. The trash sites. I used to buy the trash books, by the way, when I was young. I wouldn't be caught now buying a junk rag. Of course, you don't have to buy them. They're online now. Wrestling is filled with that too, BTW. Or, by the way, BTW. Let's go ahead and say, by the way, that's stupid. That's stupid, man. Let's go ahead and say, by the way. I want to tell you, I run under one of those guys that wrote for one of those prominent ones, and he said it. He told the whole entire room that we was in that sometimes if he had a deadline, he'd just make stuff up and people believed him. He just sat and write something because he had a deadline. And people believed this junk. That's how Bozawood started out on the internet, by the way. I had a little AOL hometown page. Then I eventually moved it to Our World. No, I think it started on Our World CompuServe, which was the same. Our World was the same as AOL. It just had a different logo on it. It was the same created process and everything. And I moved it to AOL. Then I moved it to GeoCities. You can find one little screenshot of it on the way back. And it happens to be when I had an all-white page that had the NWO take it over. With a GIF that flashed up. I had it set for so many seconds. You went on the page for, it's back when Hogan and them returned and it was coming to WWE. And it'll just flash NWO. That's the only screenshot they got of it. Out of all the time my website was up, the time they chose to archive it was when it was the NWO flash site. It didn't even catch the NWO flashing up. It only screenshotted the white page. It was like 60 seconds, I think. You could set it for 30, 60, 90. I forgot how many numbers you could put in there. I'd set it for 60 seconds. And every 60 seconds, the white page would, when you went on it, it was only set for when you go on it. And then you had to click the link at the bottom to get to it. But that's how the Bozawood started out, even before I started doing it online as wrestling. I didn't start doing that to 12. Indeed, it was Hallows Hell 2012 was the very first JCBW show. Before then, JCBW was a website that reported wrestling rumors. Boy, I read all kinds of junk on there I'd post, and a lot of it I thought I'd actually put remember, these are all rumors. There's no proof that any of this is real. I'd always put that little warning on the website. I especially got that way after I heard his testimony about what he did. Because I wasn't talking to nobody. There used to be these little telephone numbers you could call. I'd call them. Free ones. I wouldn't call the ones that cost them. These little wrestling hotlines you could get tips about what was going on in wrestling. We used to have one called the Talking Phone Book. That was how we didn't have the internet in 99 and 2000 when it finally, I think it finally quit updating in 2001 and then eventually took it out altogether. It's called Talking Phone Book, and you could call that number every week, get a wrestling report. He'd tell the inners what was going on, like the ratings, and it's the backstage drama. So when I got on the internet, I set up the Bozawood report. The JCBW Bozawood report. So Bozawood first started out as a junk site that just spreaded the rumors I could read. And then I'd credit the proper site that reported it, or the source I heard it. I heard on one of them phone calls, I'd give that info out. I need to bring back the Bozawood website, but just make it about the JCBW. Like put my champions up there. Put screenshots of the wrestlers. I've done it, tried to do it, and I never finish it. Because it's a lengthy process to create websites. I literally hate doing it. Indeed, I got to update my artist site and my radio site, really. I really need to update it too. Y'all know that's what I spent my early life doing on the internet, besides being in that chat room, was doing the Bozawood report. I see the casino down there. I'm talking about the early days when I first got on the internet. Vinewood. Vinewood, home. It would have been nice if I could have made some money off the internet, I'm going to tell y'all. But you can't live off mights and maybes. And people tend to not like me most of the time. And I'm not going to grovel to make people like me, you know what I'm saying? If they don't like me, that's tough. We're back to the same place we was. I'm going to go through the gate. You can't make nobody like you anyway. It's a waste of space. It's a waste of time. Nobody's ever going to just like you. They don't have to. That's what most people's got to realize. Some people, it's like people's got to like them. People don't have to like you. This is coming from a person that's rarely not liked. Nobody owes you anything. It's like Dave Grohl saying, I don't owe you anything. People don't owe you nothing. They don't owe you a damn thing. Nobody owes you anything. The world does not owe you a damn thing. What is that? Oh. Well. I'll lose the job. She had earned $2,000. I could try it. Hold on just a second. Let's go ahead and deposit our money. Usually I would come out in the real world. Deposit her money home. She is in the 200,000 range now. Which is a lot of money for her in this world. I never do this. Always fail. Oh, God, I see it. Went too wrong. I actually seen where it was supposed to go, though, for the first time. See, I've gotten better at that now that I've been paying attention to those races. I seen where she was supposed to go on the map. Look at the city. Here it is, y'all. The view of the city. Pack your bags and you move to the city. There's something missing here at home. I'm going to go to the offline part of the gaming. I'll see y'all later. You have a good day. I am going to finish up here, though.